Compass FM. It's Lee Andrews from Dementia, Canterbury, pops in to see us from time to time, and she's with me now in studio. And a very good afternoon, Lee.
Hello there, how are you?
Great, thank you. Great to see you back. We're talking diet today, and the effect that one's diet has on dementia. And perhaps you and I think, are probably around a similar age. It's sort of when you get into your 50s, especially, that one should really be thinking about diet in terms of dementia. And as you just said to me off air, what's good for your heart is good for your brain, yeah?
Absolutely. And it's never too late to start thinking about those lifestyle changes that you can make to help reduce the risk of dementia, in actual fact. Diet is one of the many things. Last time when I was here, you and I were talking about a range of things. It was Brain Awareness Month, and I talked about 4 or 5 things that can help to reduce the risk. So today I just wanted to drill down a bit with diet and, as I said earlier, peel back the layers of the onion a little bit to think about more specifics. What can we do?
I'd love you to do that, and I think you're going to focus in on what is known as the Mediterranean diet, and we'll start with, and I think there's 5 critical things here. Cooking with oil, make it olive oil.
Indeed. Yes, you and I are probably of a similar age, and now is the ideal time actually to think about what we can do, and cooking with olive oil is one of those things. Food is fuel for both the brain and the body, and we can help to keep it functioning properly by eating a healthy, balanced diet. Adding oil, olive oil in particular, cooking with that rather than any of the other ones is a really good start. Olive oil's rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, so it helps to maintain a good balance between good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. So using olive oil in homemade dressings, vinaigrettes, it's good to drizzle it on over cooked foods and as a substitute for butter in any mashed potatoes and pastas. Did you know that?
No, I always have my pasta. I didn't know about the potatoes though. That's interesting.
Yep.
So if you're mashing your spuds, use olive oil.
Just a little bit. It goes a long way.
Good tip.
Just get it in there in your diet wherever you can. I used to buy whatever was the cheapest oil because olive oil isn't the most cheap on the shelves.
True.
But now I always get it when it's on special, and then I've always got some in the cupboard. So that's my go-to oil for cooking. Right.
Number 1, use olive oil in your cooking.
Indeed.
The Mediterranean people, of course, synonymous with fish.
Indeed. So I need to just say it's a Mediterranean type diet because that's the one that's been researched and widely, in actual fact, in relation to dementia. So it's a Mediterranean type diet, and absolutely white fish is a main source of protein in the Mediterranean diet, especially fatty fish like we're talking sardines, salmon or mackerel. And it's because they're all rich in heart and brain healthy omega-3 fatty acids, which we, hear a bit about these days. But having said that, look, all fish is actually a good source of protein. Don't worry what type, just fish. Get fish in your diet as well. And if you currently don't eat a lot of fish, try allocating maybe one day a week as a fish night, or perhaps adding fish to some of your favourite foods like stir fries or stews or soups. Winter's coming on, soup weather, think about adding some fish into your soup as well.
Good idea. And I mean, fish can be, wet fish can be expensive in New Zealand, but it doesn't have to be the blue cod.
No.
The old tarakihi can be affordable,
Absolutely.
blue waraho, that sort of thing,
Absolutely.
or a tin of sardines.
I was just going to say, I grew up eating sardines. That was a favourite lunch when I was a little girl, sardine sandwich.
Sardines on toast, nothing like it. Just got to have a little bit of vinegar with that, though. And now, of course, veggies, surely.
Oh, look, we know about veggies. Our mums and dads have been talking to us about eat your veggies for ages, but actually it is a really good way to get some healthy, very healthy, good green, all coloured veggies actually into your diet is a good thing to do. And maybe even using it as a strip of capsicum or carrot or cucumber for a morning or afternoon snack. It's the raw. We're talking raw or steamed in particular, but look, any veggies and as many as you can. If your plate looks like a rainbow, that's a really good thing.
I like that. Okay. Yeah, I love it. So we've got olive oil. Use more olive oil in your cooking. Fish fish, of course. Got to get your veggies as much as possible. And then I think whole grains are important.
Yes, they are. And again, this is not rocket science, and we know this stuff. But the more refined the food is, the less fibre it contains. So whole foods such as quinoa, barley, porridge, popcorn. Who would have thought popcorn? But it's up there. Whole wheat bread and pastas. They're all full of fibre, bringing all sorts of health benefits that go with them. And if you find it hard to switch from refined favourites, maybe a phase in whole grains phase it in by using a blend of both and gradually adding more fibre. Just do it gradually. But, mueslis, whole grain breads, there's a whole range of things you can do.
Yeah, and anybody who knows anything about diet, I think, would add to the list nuts.
Yes, but not salted nuts.
No. Or
as yummy as they are. But enjoy snacking on nuts when you can. Look, nuts are another essential element of the Mediterranean type diet. Having a handful of nuts makes a satisfying snack, and it contains both fibre and minerals. So if nuts are difficult to swallow, and sometimes for people that can happen, if you have a bit of a choking reflex kind of thing going on, you could try some of the amazing nut butters that are around, and they're available on the shelf as well. So we're talking like peanut butter that's made from just real peanuts,
yes.
and there's a whole range of them, hazelnut butter. So that's, a sneaky way of doing it, in actual fact. Those are relatively easy things to do.
Absolutely. All good things for warding off the onset of dementia. Lee Andrews from Dementia, Canterbury. And what about dessert? I guess just fruit.
Yes. And
boring old fruit.
Oh, look, there's so many ways you can have fruit.
Yeah, I know.
But, if you're going to get fruit in there as well if you can. If not raw, then have it stewed or out of the tin. But, get some fruit in there as well.
Yeah, great tips. Thanks so much, Lee. And am I mistaken? I've heard this before, but actually eating slowly is also, a good idea. Is that right?
It absolutely is, because I think your brain and your stomach think that you've had more to eat if you eat slowly, but it's also much better for your digestion.
Yeah, fantastic. All these tips, of course, available online, but good tips. Just a reminder, everybody, that if it's good for your heart, it's good for your brain.
That's it.
Lee Andrews, who is a regular guest here at Compass FM, and yes, Lee, of course, is with Dementia Canterbury.
Compass FM.